it's asking new, put a mask on to give yourself a fun look. Tap the magic one and try one on. Are they insinuating that I don't have a fun look as it is? Rude, Facebook. Rude. I just thought I'd try the... Congratulations, this is your most watched live video yet. Well, it's my only one. The bar wasn't very high. I thought I'd try it. Wow, this is intense. There's like things popping up. But no questions yet, which is awesome because it takes the pressure off for me. I have 10 minutes before I have to leave for work. Hi! So if you have a question, dance related, shoot. If not, then hi! So lots of highs, that's good. What are some good tips for belly flutters? That's a good question. Practice. That's the obvious, like, cop-out answer. But a good tip is to really, I think the most important thing is to be able to differentiate your breathing from your abdominal wall. Once you really get a feel for what is your diaphragm and what is your abdominal wall, I think that you'll have the opportunity to really progress. They're coming so quickly. I wish you could, like, pause it. Can you pause it? I want to pause it. It won't let me. When did I start dancing? How long have I been dancing? I started in 2008. So, for belly dance, soca, dance hall dancing is very social in Jamaican culture. So I always danced around with family. But actual formal, like, attempting to dance and, like, watch myself and do better, 2008. And particularly for belly dance. Belly dance was 2008. I did see... Can I scroll? Oh, I can scroll. How old are you? Nice try. I'm not answering that. I know better. How often do you practice the basics? That is a great question. The basics probably get practiced the most. I think that foundation, always going over the basics seems so boring, but that's what helps build the fundamentals for doing anything further. What do you think about the attack in Istanbul? Heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. I think that it's a very sad state when people can't just go and enjoy themselves and celebrate without threat of violence. It's a disgusting state for people to be in a state of fear. And my heart goes out to the family of those who have lost loved ones or who are injured, who are just living there and trying to deal with that sort of anxiety that would bring. Absolutely. This is hard. Hi, Gina from Egypt. What is my favorite move or combination? Oh, the shimmy. Absolutely shimmies. I love shimmies because there's so much variation. You can layer so much with them. That's Nat Tolly or Tolly? I would say Tolly instinctively, but I might be wrong. But the shimmy. I love shimmies. I just think they're fun. You can do like the tiniest little one or create so much power with it. So that's fun. Hi, Ronnie! Are you freezing yet? So yeah, I'm going to scroll and see if I missed any. You know, that's actually a good question. What's my favorite combinations? I said my favorite move is the shimmy. I don't think I've ever practiced a combination preconceived going, I'm going to do this, this, and this. But when I watch my videos, I do notice that I have what I would guess would be combinations that I default to without realizing. Which is probably not a good thing because you should know. What does my travel schedule look like for 2017? Any plans to come to the U.S.? Roberto, hi. Yes, I will be in the U.S. in April. In New Jersey, Yame, who I will tag in the comments, is organizing that event. And I'm having a brain fart and can't remember the exact weekend. My bad. But I will post that in the comments. This is actually really hard. I feel like you're watching me think. How do you put together your choreographies? I have a hard time choreographing as much as I love choreographed routines. I just can't come up with them on my own. So I guess confession time. I'm predominantly improv. I will come up with choreographies to teach, but on my own, I don't actually perform them. And that's just personal preference. I'm not saying that to not choreography. I think it's great. And I think to be a well-rounded dancer, you need to eventually be able to both improvise and choreograph and perform choreographies comfortably. So when I am making a choreography for students, what I like to do is I will dry run through the songs. I'll just put the song on and film myself dancing to it. And I'll actually probably do that 3 times in a row. And then I'll watch those 3 and see where the similarities are and where the differences are, and then I'll consider what level am I choreographing for. So, I'm sorry, this question was answering Stella Dallas's. So just, hi Stella. And I find that gives me my intuitive reaction to the music, so it's more authentic to how I interpret it, and then I can sort of fiddle with how I, want to adapt it for a certain level, or where are areas that can be modified at ease. So if you wanted, you could take the same skeleton of how I interpreted that and say, well, I'll take it in this direction if I want it to be more advanced, or this direction if I want it to be more basic and introductory. So I hope that helps. Kat Reed, have you ever tried yoga? I've gone to yoga classes a couple times. I do enjoy them when I go. I'm kind of a anxious, tense person by nature, so sometimes being told to relax makes me relax less in terms of like, just deep breathe and think about this. So when they get a little too like flowery or spiritual, I actually start to get annoyed. And I'm like, and it has the opposite effect. I went to one once that was like centered on breathing, and I had to leave because I thought I was gonna like, it wasn't for me. And then I'm looking around, everyone else is relaxing and getting into it, and I'm like, what's wrong with me? I'm just not wired that way. I'd like to come to Georgia again. I had a wonderful time, so maybe we'll see. Hi, Patty. Hope Florida's treating you well. We have lots of snow here. Hello, Brazil. How many hours do you practice? So that's a great question. Hashem. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm pretty brutal with pronunciations. I was trained in, took phonics for 8 years, and so my pronunciation's very like phonetic and Canadian. So I apologize in advance. How many hours do you practice? So this varies a lot. There will be days when you just can't get a practice in, but I find that I always still move. So if I'm standing and doing dishes, I'm stuck standing there, I might as well work on my shimmies. So I find those ways, like in the car, I have really long drives. I live in the middle of nowhere, so most drives for me are at least 30 minutes. So that's a great time to focus on the road, but also just sort of fiddle with my stomach because I can, or like glute squeezes and glute isolations. But I would say on average, a week, let's put it in terms of week. How many hours do I practice a week? Try to get at least 4 solid hours in a week, but it varies. Some weeks I get more and some weeks I get less. So as long as I just try to keep moving every day, but I do believe in rest. I think rest is very important as well. So like this weekend's been busy. This was only supposed to be short because I have to go to work at some point. So I gave myself like a safety net to wrap it up if I got too overwhelmed. But I have to leave for work. But after a weekend like this, New Year's weekend, a lot of dancing, a lot of shows. Tomorrow is very high possibility I'm not going to practice. I say 99.9% chance that there will be no dancing. I say that and I will. Oh, that was close. Sorry, Molly Mannequin's back there naked. I should have dressed her. I feel terrible. Hello from Egypt and Italy. Wow, from all over. Favorite style in belly dance? Well, that's a tough one. I think they're all, and I don't say this to be like, politically correct answer. I think they're all beautiful. I think ultimately Egyptian's my favorite, but I see the merit and the value in all of them, and I'm so happy that there's still dancers keeping each one alive, because I think the variety is actually what helps to keep the dance genre rich. Oh God, I did something. Oh God, I did it again. Okay. My favorite Arabian song. I can't pick a favorite song ever. I can't pick a favorite color. Geez, that's hard. You know what? I do find that I like hum Darat L-A-M. I think I butchered that pronunciation. But I hum that one to myself a lot. So if I do, maybe that's it. Have you mastered Zills? Not even close. Not even maybe. I think if you want to see a Zill master, look up Helena Valos. If I hope I pronounced her name right, but that to me would be a Zill master, not even kinda. Happy New Year! I want to see you dancing with Egyptian music, Aziza. Yeah, I have one client, Wendy, who loves that song too. So I love Aziza. I'll try to get a video up of that at some point. Aw, thank you, Stella. I'm glad you find it helpful. Do you have planned to perform in Berlin? I would like to make it there one day, so maybe. I am open. Any plans on coming to the UK? Hi, Kevin. Not that I know of yet. Does anyone have the time, actually? Canadian time. Eastern. Hi, Hi, Marcia. As well as Richmond, I'd love to learn the Caribbean fusion. I would like to get to Virginia at some point, so if anyone wants to potentially host me, I know I will be in New Jersey. They're close-ish. Close-ish. I live in the middle of nowhere. Anything like, it's drivable. Hello from Norway. Hello, Carla in Brazil. Any plans on coming to Brazil? Not a... Yeah, that's a Band-Aid finger. That's not a freaky nail, just so we're clear. I had a broken glass in the sink and didn't find out until I cut my finger. Oh yes, I absolutely watch other dancers as inspiration. I love watching other dancers. Yeah, 100% watching other dancers is great. Why are you love dance? I'm gonna say, why do you love dance? Yes, why do you love anything? You sometimes just fall in love with something. Just when you see it and you know that it feels right for you, you're just drawn to it. You can't. You just find you always think about it, or you always want to see it or do it or be a part of it. Oh, who was my main inspiration to start belly dancing? Natalia Fata. At the time she went by Natalia Strelchenko. But that video of her in the pink dancing to Harem. Terrible pronunciation, but that video, absolutely. And her, I obsessed over her videos. That was a big inspiration for me, still is. So much love. Which cat is your favorite? I will never admit to that. They're in here. Butterbuzz and Buddy Muffins are in here somewhere, and you can't ask me to admit to that publicly. No way, cats have ears. I will also never answer how many cats I have. I have to have some mystery. Oh, thank you. I don't know what time it is. I'm gonna check. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. I have to go to work, but oh! Good catch. I'd like to think that was a great catch. Didn't hear my phone hit the ground, so I caught it. Hey. Okay, so thank you so much. This was a hit. I'll do it another time when I have more time. And, yes, when I can actually answer and read through everything. Thank you so much. Maybe I can answer something in the comments if I have some time between shows. Oh, thank you, Carolina. That's so sweet. So, yes, happy Sunday. So I'm at Thola's tonight. I got a show at 7 and 9. And then I will be... maybe, you know what, maybe I'll do one tomorrow. Tomorrow is like hit and miss, if I will. Let's be honest, tomorrow chance of like grooming myself and putting on pants is looking a little slim right now. So, do I love Kulthum? Of course. Absolutely. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful music. She was a poet, and it shows. Okay, bye!